Hi there, I hope you have a lovely day. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna. So today I have my check-in for the month or budget with me for the month of March. If you don't know me, my name is Jenna. I live in the Netherlands. I bought an apartment here and due to that I'm in debt, but I have also bought a house here. And yeah, that's another story as well, or I will tell you the story. So because that's an ongoing saga now on this channel here, I think, or for me right now. And yeah, I have some bad spending habits that I want to overcome and overturn into good savings habits. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm just showing you the calendar overview right now because I'm filming right now on the 5th. Some things happened already or hit my account already, so I'm going to write them down in the calendar overview on the days that they hit, the payments that they hit on my bank account. And I got paid on February 23rd, so salary. That's the salary for February, but it pays all the bills for March, right? So on the same day, I had internet and water coming out. Then I'm just checking now because I put in, no, internet came out actually one day later, but for the sake of it, I just put it down on that day. What else did I have? On the 27th, I had, because that's really hit utilities, mortgage, internet again, so, and car tax, right? And for March, because I know now the pay period, so the next payment or salary payment will be on March 25th. So until that day, I hope I can survive because it's going to be fun. What else did I have? So travel insurance came out on March 5th. Then the car insurance, house insurance came out on that same day. Homeowners Association hit my bank account, and today was a credit card payment, so CC. What else do I have? Usually I have phone bills, bank fees. Usually bank fees are deducted every month. So now I am insecure, to be honest with you, if I should write down the water bill or not for the next month, because it sometimes hits in the same pay period, but sometimes it doesn't hit. So, but yeah, that's what I can say now. I will just leave it blank, and then when I do the weekly check-in, I will write down everything as well. So, but for now, the monthly check-in. So I didn't write down, to be honest with you, what rollover did I have for the month, but I thought I had something like a 440 euros, something like that. But I needed to touch my emergency funds. So now let's see, the salary, I'm just going to write it down like this. Salary was 3,761 euros and 9 cents. So 3,761.09 cents. If you hear that, my cats are making trouble. At least one of them. So that's, now let's assume that I had this money, again, I don't remember the rollover, but it doesn't matter because I needed to touch my, my emergency fund. So one of the bills that came out was water immediately, right? But water is now for two properties. So I have now for the old property, the apartment, and water. So it's like double, 15 euros. 15, that's still okay. I'm just going to write down old, new. So What else? Internet. So internet, that's for the old apartment. 38, 37, 95. Now, internet, the thing is, you know, I reported to the internet provider that I will be moving on the, how can I say? Let me try to, I'm getting distracted because of the noise of the cats. So the thing is, where I try to schedule a date where I can, you know, get the new internet into the new house, but then they told me online that it's possible only on the 5th of March, meaning today. So, but I didn't receive the internet, or the guy didn't show up, the technician, and I still needed to run the old internet at the old property, right? Because it's still valid until February, for them, 5th of March, right? So that's why I still had internet over there. But I moved out completely, right? And I cleaned up the apartment. So I also took the router with me now. So I need to return it to get money back. That's one thing. So today the technician didn't show up. I need to call the company because today was actually a day off. So I had the time. They said they will show up between 12 and 4 p.m. Never showed up. I also missed another appointment with the real estate agent that's going to sell my apartment for me, to go over some questions, you know, that with regards to the apartment and so on. So yeah, I need to call the company to tell them, because they now deducted the second internet, as you saw now, the second internet that is for this house here. So but because I didn't have internet now of, you know, from February 11th to today, I actually made a second contract, or third contract, you can say. I mean, the first one is actually, this is a just I reported that I will be moving, so it should continue, but I also got a discount actually on the new contract, so that should be 30 euros, but it didn't take place because the technician didn't show up, right? But then I needed to buy, for temporarily, I needed to buy a mobile router, so to say, and that one is set up now in my house until I get the steady internet. So, and that is actually, I believe, the fee for 46 euros. So internet temporary, I don't know how to say it right now, it's 46 euros. So was it scheduled, was it budgeted or not budgeted? In that sense, yeah, I mean, you know, they didn't suggest to me that earlier, because they assumed I will be moving out on the 5th, because I could not schedule the moving date earlier in their system. So yeah, I mean, I need to return this device, the mobile router, and then I will get the money back. I was told like that in the shop, so I hope it will happen. So this one is only temporary, but yeah, no steady internet in that sense. Yeah. What else did I have? Then I had internet, water, utilities. Okay, utilities. So for the people who are moving into a new property or buying properties and then are trying to sell, I hope, or I think it's the same for you as well. Maybe no matter what countries you are, you need to run 2 contracts. I hope, I think so, but could be also different. But yeah, I had now 53, so almost 100 euros now for 2 properties. But again, for the old property, the apartment, once I sell it, you know, they will of course calculate how much did I actually use and then give me a refund, or I need to pay a little bit money extra. But that's like a, you know, advance payment that I do, but it's just a forecast, you know, forecasted usage. But of course they calculate the actual usage and then they give the money back. So for this new property, I also need to figure out how much will be my actual use or not, you know, it's still new and so on. With regards to gas and electricity, how much do I use? Do I have the heating on? Do I have not the heating on in every room or not? And so on. So that's another story as well, right? So just, yeah, I just do the last thing right now, card tax. So card tax 23 came out. I would write down here mortgage and mortgage again. You might ask, why do I write down 2 lines of mortgage? Because yeah, just for your information, if you buy a property and you take out a bridging mortgage, that's, I think, the right term, it happens that your first mortgage is still running. I was under the assumption that the second mortgage will include this, the first mortgage as well, and everything will be fine. It is partially correct, my assumption, because in the bridging mortgage, it's like a new mortgage, but it has 3 components. First, the bridging mortgage, your old mortgage, and your new mortgage, right? So in my mortgage providers mortgage bank app, it showed me 3 bricks, saying bridging mortgage, first mortgage, new mortgage, old mortgage. And I thought, oh, everything is included. That's the amount that I need to pay. I was telling you, I think 1,200 something ish, but that was not the case. It was 1,300 euros for the first payment, 40 euros and 66 cents. So, haha. And now the old mortgage is still ongoing as well. So that was also a surprise, because, oops, I need to pay still the old mortgage as well, even though I thought it's already included in this one as a total, you know what I mean? But of course, my assumption was not correct. 565 euros and 23 cents. So, right, homeowners association, that's also one fee that I still need to pay. Why do I have to pay even though I moved out of the apartment? Because I still own the apartment, right? So that's something as well will actually drop once I sold the apartment. So tomorrow, for example, I will have the photographer coming into the apartment, and they are going to take pictures, and then I will go next week to the real estate agents to fill in the mandatory questionnaire about the house, what repairs were made, what is the actual condition, etc., etc. So yeah, once that's done, I hope they will publish the house as quickly as possible, and it's also in their interest because they get like 4,000 euros of a fee from within the mortgage or within the selling price. It's their seller's fee. So yeah, that's one thing. Now, as you can see, the bills are quite high here in this area. So now, variable spending, I'm just going to put in also the moving costs already, because I had the moving costs. So that was 1,754 euros and 50 cents. So 1,750 I was told, and it's exactly 1,754 euros. What else? Yes, credit card. I knew I had some credit card payments done, so that's 99 euros, right? So yeah, you can imagine, the costs of moving as well as this. It kind of ate up my salary. That's why I put in now extra in that sense. I put in emergency fund. I put in my bank account budget 1,000 euros now, just to pay the bills. Currently on the 5th of March, I have like 500 something ish on my bank account. Because I was, after the 27th, when I checked my bank account, I was suddenly, below 100 euros. So I was like 77 euros or something like that. I was in panic. I was like, what? And then I had to transfer from the other high yield savings account. Actually, that's also my emergency fund in that sense. I transferred the money, but it took some time over the weekend. And I was like, will it arrive on time before other payments hit my bank account? I don't want to be in overdraft, etc., etc. So it was a little bit of a odyssey in that sense. So now for the rest of the month, again, I try to be careful with my payments, but again, you know, bank fees will come out, water bill, phone bill will come out, you know, but I'm not sure if it will hit the next pay period or it will again be in this pay period. So I did some grocery shopping for sure. I did that because I needed to have some food. That's something that I can already write down. Grocery series. So budgeted 120, but of course it's maybe higher or lower. What else did I have right now? Gas spending. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will have some friends gift here as well, because a friend of mine, she had a birthday, and you know, so she gave me last time for my birthday in December 100 euros voucher. You know, I want to do the same thing for her, but I told her, look, it looks a bit tough on my side right now with all the costs. Can you be please a little bit patient? I know it's not fair to her, you know, but yeah, so I mean, I try to see what I can do, you know, at the end of this month, that I will just be fine with it. But yeah, so it's, you know, the good thing is, let's say like this, I mean, my mortgages, they go down with each payment, so it will go down a little bit. So next month I will have a little bit of a less payment, but of course, once, you know, I kind of close the old mortgage, you know, because with the sale of the apartment, of course, this mortgage will reduce. The bridging mortgage will be gone out of it, and then the new mortgage, and of course the old mortgage with the old interest rate will continue, because I can transfer it to a new property. But I wish me luck, dear budgeting community, you know, that I will sell the apartment as quickly as possible, so I have, you know, these double costs immediately erased. Yeah, so that was, without further ado, my, in that sense, or enough rambling, let's say, not further ado, with enough rambling for me. I see you in the next weekly check-in. I will do that for the first week of March. Have a good day. Bye bye.